Hi, I'm Suzanne, a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Canada. Welcome to my weekly Monday Makes video on my blog and YouTube channel. The card designs I share today are simple, fun, and easy to recreate. I also sell the products I feature in this video. I hope you enjoy my free video tutorial and would love to see you shop with me. Last weekend, I produced an online class using the Santa's Workshop Memories and More card pack and those red cards and envelopes that coordinate. And I just wanted to introduce the class really quick to you. I have two options for the class. One, a simple option, which includes the card pack, cards and envelopes, enamel shapes, that sort of thing, $50. The free gift is twine. Or the stepped up option, which is the entire collection on page 21 of the holiday catalog. And for your free gift, it's the Take Your Pick tool, and it's for $80. So both get lifetime access to the Santa's Workshop classroom that has 4 videos of 20 projects. The reason why I wanted to introduce that class is because today's video is different from my normal Monday Makes videos. It's more like my paper pumpkin alternative videos. So if you like all paper pumpkin alternatives, then you'll like this one, because the cards I make in this video are the leftovers of the class that I produced this weekend. So I thought I would share a few of the ideas I have. That kit was a lot of fun to put together. Anyway, enough jibber jabbing. I'll put the link in the description below in case you're interested in the class. I would love for you to join. I only have a few more flex points to go, but I can't get there without a little help from my friends. So thank you, friends, for shopping with me this month. I only have to the end of the month to make this deadline. So thanks so much, and on with the show. For the first card, I'm using the Memories and More card here, the bows one. I don't know how to describe all these cards. One of the things that I did notice when I was putting together this card using Whisper White Thick card base, I noticed that I did notice it before, but I really noticed it when I went to put these cards together, and I realized that I had to cut off some of the larger pieces because they are 4x6, and this little guy is a 3x4, so he's perfect for layering right on top. So that piece was 4x5 1/4 trimmed. So now I am using a few extra products in these little extra projects that I'm creating for you today. And one of the products was a scissors, paper snips. So I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but there is no stamping. No stamping on these cards. You're just putting them together in a way that you like. So that is pretty much, I know it doesn't seem like it's very creative, but when you get started on this, it's limitless. Like, everyone's going to have a ton of different ideas. So for this card, I didn't use much of my Santa's Workshop, enamel shapes. So what I actually did, the bows anyway. So what I actually did was put the red bows over top of the red bows. And actually it works really nicely, and it just added that extra little bit of shine for this card, which would have been maybe a little dull. So I really liked that idea. And you can see how I'm utilizing my Take Your Pick tool. So I like to, my fingernails are too long right now, and I have a nail appointment today. As you're watching this, I'm probably getting my nails done. Anyway, so sometimes it's hard for me to place. And those are the enamel shapes I put on there. Some just little dots. Yeah, it worked out really nice. This one was 1 in 6 that I made, and one didn't make the cut. So funny how that happens when you are creating and creating and creating, and maybe there's 1 or 2 that are a little bit flubs, but all right. So for the second one here, one of the cards, Memories and More cards, has this Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, and I love it. You know what? I really don't like red and green, but on these cards, they made it work really well. Like, it's definitely got that Christmassy feel. So here's one of the products that I used in addition to the Memories and More card pack was the 2-inch circle punch. Now you can cut out the circle, or you can use your die cutting machine, or you can hand cut it. So you don't need a die cutting machine to put this Santa's Workshop cards together. And here I put another little enamel dot on enamel bow. And then I didn't actually have the red rhinestones yet. My embellishment share hasn't come in yet. So I just took a red marker, that would be my blends marker, and I was able to color some red rhinestones. So it's a nice little sheet. This one I think is probably my favorite one of I don't know, I keep on saying that because I like them all, but because this one has trees on it. So I went with, this is a kind of a design that I like to do when I have 2 small little pieces of paper, like they fit perfectly on a large, your regular sized card base. So I 2 layers of the Memories and More up on dimensionals, and then I put some tree stickers on it, and then the sentiment says tree time, my favorite season, and then I used the snowflake embellies, and then put a red rhinestone on my tree. I really like this one. It's perfect. Simple to put together though, hey guys? All right, so my Whisper White thick card base, and then I have this extra little piece, and I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. So I use my trimmer, it's just right next to me, so I will use it to make sure that everything is nice and straight and cut straight. I don't actually like cutting with scissors, which is funny for a hairdresser, but I mean, I do when I'm fussy cutting, but not straight lines, because I can see the imperfections every time. When you're fussy cutting, it's not bad, but I know it sounds funny, right? Hairdresser. Okay, so what I ended up doing is taking that little green sticker. You get a couple of sticker sheets with these, with this card pack, and it's really, the card pack is cool. Like, I gotta say, this would be perfect if you had kids and you wanted to do your memory pocket keeping. I don't do pocket keeping because it would just be me and the cats, right? So you can only look like a crazy cat person for so long before, you know, you start believing in it, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to have tons of pictures of me and the cats. Like, come on. So anyway, there's stickers in there and glitter pages. And oh, this is a really neat trick when you have a whole bunch of stickers and you want to make it look like you have more. You put one on the edge, cut it off, and then put the second half on that edge, so it makes it look, you see what I did there? I don't know if you're paying attention or just laughing at me, who knows. All right, so the Santa hat stickers go on, and then I used some of those snowflake stickers. I was having a hard time with them though. They really wanted to stay on the page. So I only put a few of those on, and then the rest I use my enamel shapes. So I'm using up quite a bit of these enamel shapes. And then I figured there was too much white space, which is unusual for me, but I did put some of the green enamel dots. and I think that that was just perfect. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. 20 cards in 1 week, or 1 evening actually, and no stamping. So you just, you know, no die cutting even. You just put the cards kind of together the way you wanted it. So, and this one I loved. I loved all of the cards that I made, to be honest. They're cute. Okay, Whisper White card base. And then my go-to layout when I'm dealing with Memories and More cards is 2 pieces of 3x4 card, higgledy-piggledy on the, or cattywampus or what have you. And then I'm fussy cutting. So, and I did say that I don't like cutting straight lines, but I do like fussy cutting, and some people don't. And I mean, that's okay. You probably could have done an option here and used this Joy and use that 2-inch circle punch if you wanted, or cut a strip out of it, or cut, you know, it to be sort of the same dimensions, just smaller than the other cards. Do you know what I mean? Like, just make it look like it was a little rectangle. But I don't mind fussy cutting. And when I fussy cut, I try to keep my finger or my scissors straight like this, and I turn the paper. I find the best cutting edge is closest to the hinge, for me anyway. And that is the only time that I'm going to show you fussy cutting like this. I just cut it out. So you're welcome. Anyway, dimensionals on the back. And then I did use the fine tip glue pen, which I think is optional, but it did offer a different look on these bows. On some of the cards anyway. There's a little bit of a hint. So I ended up painting it with my Wink of Stella, and then going over the bow, which as you can see is a little dull. And then when you go over it with the fine tip glue pen and let it dry, and it takes a couple hours, it becomes super shiny, and you'll see that in the pictures here. So, and I did that on a couple of the cards. So that's what I meant by, it's a little spoiler alert. There's a few cards that have, but it's totally optional. It's not something you absolutely have to do. So some more enamel dots, and look how shiny that bow is. That is my Monday Makes video. Thank you so much for sticking with me through the whole thing. And I will see you again on Wednesday. Again, I'm leaving the link to the event registration platform so that you can read a little bit more about my classes that I have going. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you again. Bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf for my blog, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.